Good morning, traders. This is Perry Wilkie with StartupTrading.com. It is 8:43 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, March 11, 2021. So the title of my video is Gap and Hold or Pop and Flop. So as we look at really the overnight action, we come back down and tested that. Let me fix this. 93 half level. Basically, we went two ticks under that and then responded back up, and you can just clearly see yesterday that 92, 93 was just the support once it was crossed. And yesterday we were talking about can we see bids come in above that. So far we've seen some small bids come in, pressing us up towards those all-time highs for the ES, which still has a little way to go. This all-time high was actually made and on that Monday, Tuesday of the holiday session, right? So it was overnight on that Tuesday session. So the bell, or the, if you would turn off the extended hours, the, bell all-time high is not here on this Monday. That 39.52 was a holiday session, right? The market was closed. So it's, right around this basically 39.45 level is what it is. So looking at all the indexes, the Russell, if we slide over, right, its all-time high is at that 2316.9. It should be able to clear that today or have a very good chance. You're talking about, another 12 points up. The ES, we just went over that. The Dow is at all-time highs basically right now, and the NASDAQ is nowhere near, right? The NASDAQ needs to pop back to 13,900, and right now it's going to struggle just to get back over 13,300, and it's really been waffling around in this area of support and resistance. That's basically between 12,950 to 13,020 is where it's been. A little consolidation. I would expect, a retest at least of the swing high in this consolidation and some other lows of at least 12,860 to 870, and we'll see if we actually get that or not. And then the market's a little tired up here, right? It looks a little tired. And if we look at the Dow, the last time it really shot up with the same pattern, right? As the market opened, right, it fell back into range. I don't think it's going to fall that far, but we'll see how far it can fall. I mean, can it keep going straight up? Of course, but the odds are basically against that. And then getting back down to rechecking the 32,000, and we're at 359. That could take basically a lot of the day to get there, and maybe that's where we close on. That would be a more interesting area of the charts to see what happens, right? But the Dow just hit some longer term profit targets. It's rolled over. Remember, the Dow so far as I know, has nothing to do with Tesla and has nothing to do with Bitcoin. That's why I've been favoring it as far as just a pure trade lately, which I can't even believe I'm saying it. It was I still think it's the most ridiculous index, but comprised of 30 stocks. There's very simple stocks, and we know where they are. So let's see what NASDAQ can do. And one thing I've been watching is I'll flip over to this chart of Tesla, right? From the all-time high, I can back up. For Tesla, it's $900.40, right? So if you look at that, just to that swing low, that halfway back short basically is at $720. And as we look in and zoom in, that peak up of yesterday got to 718 basically, and it flashed back down yesterday. So because of the gap the NASDAQ is in, it's in here. The NASDAQ is going to have zero chance of hitting all-time highs again until Tesla breaks these shorts. And breaking this short is such a drawn-out pattern. And even coming off these lows, Tesla's probably due for a little bit of a pullback and consolidation. So I'm actually watching Tesla on a screen, just like I would watch the New York Stock Exchange ticks or whatever. As the wind blows in Tesla, right, that moves the NASDAQ basically, and the NASDAQ is a drag, either pulling it higher or pulling it lower for the ES, right? I'll say this again. Remember, since 1980, 80% of the time that the NASDAQ has either went up or down, the ESs went with it. So keep that stat in mind. So as the NASDAQ goes, the ES will, and then the NASDAQ is going to have much more beta, right? You're going to have a little less movement in the ES as opposed to that. And then looking at the Russell, going back to this, it's probably very strong, right? And then you got the ES, and really what I'm looking at for it is, hold that 93.5 and to see if you can keep those bids up. If not, I don't know if we'll get all the way back to the 38.59 level, basically, but you could easily see somewhere just under that, and I think getting under 70 is going to be problematic for the ES going forward, and obviously getting below 38.59 would be. So we'll watch that. I'll watch the overnight value areas. If we look at just the areas for today, sorry about that. If we look at the areas for today, what I'm watching for, the Russell has this resistance. As we look at this resistance, it's from 2303.7 to 2306.20, right? Clearing that should lead the Russell to those all-time highs. Now, if everyone else is dumping, right, then the Russell is going to have a hard time moving up to the upside by itself since it's at resistance. For the downside, yesterday this was resistance above when the market closed, and you can see how the NASDAQ took that out. And it was funny to me that, basically this resistance was taken out when Tesla was not traded, right? Tesla trades so basically from 4 a.m. Eastern time till 8 p.m. Eastern time. So this move up happened while Tesla was closed, and Tesla did get that gap up with it. But now as we come back down, what I want to see is, can the NASDAQ actually hold what was resistance? Does this resistance turn into support? That's going to be at 12,859.5 to 12,870.5. That's going to be critical. Otherwise, you're looking at just the same old. Looking at for a pop and flop. In the overnight action, I can tell you, if we open up around these levels, except for the Russell, we're going to be open up near the overnight value area lows. And, we can definitely head back down towards the gap fill for the Dow, value area high for the ES. And I think that's going to be a first line that would look interesting, but you can see that if you do test the areas of support, which I think are stronger, it's gonna be a right in or right out trade, right? You're gonna either need to be covering your shorts at that point just to see what happens. Buying longs may not be the thing to do. We'll see when we get down there and how the market responds, but this could actually take out yesterday's lows. If we get down to value area low, if we start getting gap fills in the ES and in the Russell, right, you're probably taking out yesterday's lows. I don't think that area of the chart's going to hold. Can it possibly? Sure, anything's possible. But so basically, you need to hold up around value area high and above on these indexes after the bell gets going to have a chance at going up. Either that or look for the more substantial pullbacks. I hope this helps. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.